You mess with the wrong reviewer, dinosaur. Okay. I'll just leave now. Primeval New World is the Canadian spin-off to the original UK smash hit series. It's set in Canada, where these anomalies, basically rips in time, appear, and throughout creatures come through, and this group has to deal with it. Now, I wasn't sure what to think about this at first. I heard that they were making it, and I was thinking, oh, please tell me they're not going to do the same thing that they've done with the In-Betweeners. Obviously that was USA that done that with the In-Betweeners and not Canada, but I had that sort of anticipation of, oh, please tell me this is going to be terrible. But I was wrong. I sat down and I watched it, and I found it quite interesting. I've got to admit though, the first 5 episodes weren't that interesting. They were fun, they were okay. They weren't the best, but I still had lots of fun with them. Afterwards though, the show really steps up. Something drastic happens, something quite bad happens. Other characters then have to deal with it, and it goes through it, and it really affects everything else that happens in the series before, this crazy twist at episode 8. And oh, that twist, no one sees it coming, not a single person. If different things happened, Primeval likes to bring in different things, try new things out. And this one tried something different, you got a hallucination thing with people, and I thought that was pretty cool. Not that much human trouble though. It's I guess because it was the first season, it had a bit. It couldn't exactly do that because it wanted to focus more on the creatures and everything. But it was still good. All the characters were interesting. Like I said, this throws loads of twists at you. Lots of well acted characters. What did they do? They brought Andrew Lee Potts again. Folk will know him as Connor from Primeval, the original series, and he is in it playing as Connor. And he just is Connor. He's Connor, and that's all I can say. I was unbelievably happy to see it, and you can obviously see that he has lots of support for the show. Another thing is the dinosaurs did look really well in this. One thing that annoyed me about the show is they had too many things from the original Primeval show. I mean, I'm not talking about the fact that you could easily see that they had mixed up characters from the original show. They'd mixed up their personalities, and different people would have different personalities from that character, but they wouldn't have all their personalities. They wouldn't just be a complete copy. They would have them mixed around. I didn't mind that, but they took some ideas from the original Primeval. The one which, I mean, I would have been fine with, but they didn't have one of my favourite things that I would have loved to have seen in this show, and that's the future Predator. If they had the future Predator in this, I would be really happy. It was one of the best episodes in the first series when they actually found out that it's future Predator and they had to hunt it down. So yeah, I did think it was a bit disappointing. They focused too much on the dinosaurs. So good acting, it looks good, great characters, interesting stories, different things that they brought into it. It was also it's sort of like the Torchwood of Primeval, if that makes any sense. It's a lot darker than the original. You've got more language use, you've got more violence, injury detail. I don't know, it felt like that was what they were going for here, like the Torchwood. But I think it just pulled off and it done quite well. As always, I'm a massive fan of dark, gritty stories, which make the original one seem a bit childish, because it just makes it so dark, and I just enjoy them sort of stuff. However, this worked really well as well. This usually works pretty well for them. They did bring in characters from the original. It definitely seems like the Primeval's version of Torchwood. Ross, I'm going to rate Primeval New World a 4 out of 5. I did quite like the way it's done. They had tons of stuff. I would definitely say watch Primeval New World. Since this show's been cancelled, would you have wanted a second season? If so, do you prefer this to original? Comment and tell me. As always, remember to subscribe to us, and if you would like us to review, email us at watchthefilms1@gmail.com.